Daily recap. It is 11/20/25. It's a Thursday, my favorite day of the week. It genuinely is. So Thursday, for the last couple of years, has been our big wash day. And it is the day that we make the most money in the shop because we clean the most amount of rugs. Now, does that actually mean we make all the money today? No. But we're very productive on Thursdays. So it's always an exciting day. And today was very good. We filled the larger rack with rugs. Now, we have a little bit less to clean this week than the weeks we've had recently because a lot of our Thanksgiving rush, we already received those rugs because we set the expectation with our customer base that Thanksgiving is coming, and if you want your rug done by Thanksgiving, then you better give us your rug before this. Now, what's interesting, and I really don't remember this from last year as much, but our first week of December is absolutely jam-packed. And we have been telling customers the last week or two, hey, the holidays are coming. If you want your rug cleaned in time for Christmas, you should schedule it the first week of December. And it's amazing how many customers we have. So, a lot going on, though, outside of that. I had a great estimate today, and this is awesome. So, during the time period of our open house, we had a carpet and flooring store that I didn't even know existed. We went to them. We reached out to them on the phone, asked if they could join us for our open house. They were not available. But I went to them the next day. The next 2 or 3 days after our open house, where we didn't really get a ton of people to come, I wanted to go say hello and make sure that people knew who we were. And one carpet store in particular, I only went to about 5 or 6, has actually started giving us work. This kind of all falls in line with my 2026, and because I've recently discovered this year at the end of 2025, my big push next year is going to be networking and getting in these relationships that, I want to meet more people who can bring us work, and it really helps them because we solve their clients' problems. As soon as I met this guy, he loved what we were about. He said he was actually currently referring to one of our competitors, but he really didn't know that company very well. He was just he had bought this business, this flooring store, and that was the company that they always referred people to, so we just went with that, but he didn't know who they were. He saw some of my videos, he liked what we were about, he got to meet me a little bit, and he had sent me to an estimate for a job that was actually helping him out. There was a client of his, it was actually a country club, a golf course, and they were having an issue. They said there's something wrong with the carpet, but what he said was, everybody is walking into this area of the pro shop with their cleats, so it's probably not a carpet issue, it's probably just a dirt issue. And I looked at it, it's definitely a dirt issue. It's filthy, right where people are walking in from outside into this area, which, you would think that that's pretty much it's funny, when you're in business, you sometimes you take for granted what you know. And the most obvious reason that this carpet looks terrible is because people are walking on it with their muddy cleats. But anyway, so now he put in a whole proposal with them to have us clean that. And now I hadn't heard from him, so I got busy, so I didn't really get to talk to him, and I kind of really didn't think anything of it. But then I got a customer who called me and said, oh, I was referred to you by this carpet store. We had bought their carpets from them a couple years ago, maybe a year or two ago, or a month ago, or whatever. And I actually gave him a call, and I said, hey, thank you and I'm trying to do this too. I want to make sure that people realize when they refer something to me that I'm very grateful. So I gave him a call, and I had asked about the other job. He said, no, absolutely. As soon as they call me back, I'll let you know. I'm not really following up with them too much, but, thank you for, calling my customer. And I'm really hoping that this turns into a long-term relationship, because I can definitely help his customer base. And this guy, he sells carpets and rugs, and the last thing he wants is these types of complaints. And I have this with another carpet store I work with now. She actually called me today, totally different carpet store, where she sold some flooring to a customer, and the customer's like, well, you ruined my floor because you sold me this cleaning solution. And she came back to them with a bottle of cleaning solution they don't even sell. And this does happen sometimes. So, she's now trying to explain to her customer that, we don't sell this product, and the customer's like, no, I definitely bought it here, which they definitely didn't. It's not the right product for the floor. The people who sell that flooring would not sell her that product, but, her first call is to me because she knows I can take care of this problem and make the problem go away. And this whole year, I think my motto with my business customers who have residential customers is going to be, listen, I help you solve your customers' problems so they don't become your problems. So now I was telling you guys yesterday in last night's daily recap that I was supposed to I had to pick something between the two different networking events that were running congruently at the same time today, and I actually made a better choice, I think. So I had a LaTip event and an interior designer event, and we're very busy right now. We're getting a little run down. We're a little tired, and I decided to not go to either one. And me and my father, Pat Sr., man, the myth, the legend, we went to dinner together to discuss some of our 2026 plans, and I actually think that is a much better use of my time right now. I don't want to that's not going to become the habit. Obviously, I'm not going to be missing networking meetings, but every week I do a couple of networking meetings. I was at an IDS event last week. I go to my LaTip meeting every week, and I said, you know what? To hell with it. Let me spend a little time in the business, working on my business, and having a nice evening with my father. So that was really great. That's pretty much it for today. We got a bunch of leads today. I went on a couple of estimates. I will tell you guys about that tomorrow. I have 2 more estimates tomorrow, and a nice little job from this is kind of an interesting job. I'll discuss this a little bit more tomorrow, but I had a restaurant. This is a restaurant referral that I had. We've been doing some work for a while. I finally got into this guy's house, and this is amazing. Sometimes you have no idea. You work for somebody in their business, and it's a pretty modest looking business, and you don't really know anything about the person. This guy's house is gorgeous, absolutely phenomenal, and there's a ton of work in there, and we're actually able to help them now with a lot of work. And really, because we did a good job for them, and they were a referral from another carpet cleaner actually. They loved our work in the restaurant, and now we are actually doing some work in their house. They're very happy with everything. Today was a great day. We did. My guys went to a ton of jobs today, and this particular one was the first job of the day, and they were very happy with our work, and it actually spiraled into some more opportunities and a new stream of income that we started doing. I haven't mentioned on this channel yet, but we started a new, not new for the industry, but new for us, stream of income. And then I had a customer ask me a question today, and a little light went off, and I said, oh, that's kind of similar to what we're doing now. I can do that for you as well. And I actually told the customer, hey, you know what? You kind of inspired me here to add another line to my business. So, and this is all circling around outdoor cushions, believe it or not. But I'll make a little note here. I'll get into that tomorrow. So you guys have a wonderful day. That's today's recap. It is Thursday. If you're watching it in the daytime, hope you have a great day. If you watch it tonight, hope you have a great evening. Catch you guys in the next one. Keep it clean. See you guys later.